Hi, I'm Phil Weaver. My parents Marvin and Miriam established Shady Maple back in 1970 with the opening of our farm market in a tiny little building shortly after I was born. They put me to work pretty young, and my earliest memories are the times I spent running around the store, creating some mischief, and actually helping out a little bit too. You might say I grew up with Shady Maple. Today, my brother Lynn and I share the role of president and CEO of the Shady Maple companies. You usually see me at the Smorgasbord or the gift shop, and you're likely to find Lynn down at the farm market. And while mom and dad are no longer involved in the day-to-day operations, they still love to spend time here interacting with their team members and customers. Nowadays, we employ over 800 people, and our operations are a lot bigger and more complicated than they were back in the early days. It's a lot to get your head around, so we put together a brief video that walks you through all that goes on in a typical day here at Shady Maple. As a new member of our team, we want you to see how it all comes together so that you can get a better appreciation for your coworkers and for how your daily work contributes to the healthy functioning of the entire organization.
We begin our tour in the farm market. Specifically, we start in the produce department where Shady Maple got its start as a roadside stand. In fact, we got our name because Miriam Weaver's parents, Henry and Edna Martin, placed their roadside produce stand in the shade of 2 maple trees. Today, you will notice the produce department at the Shady Maple Farm Market is much larger and has more variety than Henry and Edna Martin's original stand. But despite these changes, we remain committed to providing fresh, specially picked, and when possible, local produce for our customers. We are also proud to offer fresh, prepared items as well, and we always prefer to make these items in-house whenever possible. Our bakery is a big contributor to providing our farm market as well as other stores with delicious baked goods. In fact, our bakery alone employs over 100 full and part-time employees. At Shady Maple, we are well known for our donuts. Available in over 40 or so varieties, we make over 2 million donuts per year. If your mouth is watering like mine, you can see why they are so popular. But we bake more than just donuts. From whoopie pies to cakes, fruit breads, and just about any other baked good you can imagine, we bake them here in the farm market. And if you are looking for something special to celebrate a birthday, wedding, or other occasion, stop by the bakery department in the store. We can decorate a cake for you just the way you want it. Another product line we prepare in-house is our smoked meats. We bought our first smokehouse in the mid-1980s, and ever since, we have been smoking our own meats daily. We now have multiple smokehouses and smoke a variety of meats, from chicken to bacon and ham. Located next to the smoked meats is our fresh meat and deli department. Here you will find even more homemade products such as Lebanon bologna and our oven-ready ham loaf, a customer favorite. At the meat and deli counters, you will also find employees happy to help you select the perfect cut for your next lunch or family meal.
So I started at Shady Maple, I would say about 2003, and I was hired as a regular part-time clerk at the fresh meat department. I started there part-time and I had tons of questions when I first started there, and my supervisor manager at the time I drove them crazy with all the questions, but they were very patient and understanding and showed me a lot of different details about my job. About 5 years after that, I decided to go full-time, and soon after that I became the supervisor at the meat department. I also accepted the role of doing the scheduling for the employees at the department. So Shady Maple has been very active in my career. I really appreciated the managing from the inside out meetings that we've had, and also the human development department. They also have regular meetings with supervisors and managers. It helps us grow, helps us relate to our employees. The HR department at Shady Maple is very concerned and caring about the well-being of their employees. And I personally have felt that with some things that I've gone through in my life. Shady Maple is very understanding when it comes to an employee having a suggestion or a new idea, and a lot of times it gets implemented if they see that it will actually benefit the business or the company, especially your department that you're working in. That in itself has caused me to grow as an employee, and especially in the career as a supervisor at the youth department. My advice for a new employee is, if you ever in your career at Shady Maple, if you ever have a personal struggle, something outside of work that's really bothering you and maybe affecting your ability to function at Shady Maple, speak to the HR department. They are very caring, and they often have some type of counseling ministry they're involved in, or that they can recommend to you. That has personally happened in my life, and I'm so grateful for Shady Maple and for the HR department that they were there for me during my time of crisis in my own life.
The rest of the store consists of our grocery, seafood, dairy, and frozen departments, which also maintain the same standards of high quality and service. In all, the Shady Maple Farm Market has everything needed for a one-stop grocery shopping experience. In addition to serving our more frequent local customers, the farm market also attracts regional shoppers. These customers may stock up their coolers with enough groceries to last a month or more. If a customer ever needs assistance or has a question while in the store, our friendly and attentive customer service staff are easy to find at the entrance of the store, right by the produce department. The offices for the farm market are on the second floor of the building, above the store floor. This is where much of the behind-the-scenes work takes place to ensure business in the farm market runs smoothly. Here you will find various departments such as Human Resources, which is responsible for hiring, training, and other personnel matters, and Information Technology, which ensures all of Shady Maple's computer and communication systems operate effectively. Also next to the offices is the employee break room and the entrance to the bakery production facility. At checkout, we have over a dozen lanes to provide an efficient way for our customers to pay for their products and have them packaged to take home. In a year's time, we may process around 900,000 transactions in our farm market. When you think of grabbing a bite to eat at Shady Maple, the smorgasbord is probably the first thing that comes to mind. But if you get hungry from browsing the aisles upon aisles of food in our farm market and need something quick, we also have the Snack Shack. Here, customers can pick up a quick snack or even have lunch in between errands. From when the roadside stand was converted into a permanent store at its current location in 1970, the Shady Maple Farm Market has undergone more than 15 major additions or remodels, including an entire store remodel in 1990 through 91. All in all, the building today is a 130,000 square foot facility. To put that into perspective, the farm market building is the size of 2¼ football fields, or about 3 acres. With a market of this incredible size, Shady Maple provides the community and the surrounding areas with a great place to work and all the fresh, quality food they need. We now move across the Shady Maple complex to the Smorgasbord building. The Shady Maple Smorgasbord serves over 1.3 million customers in a year. And to provide that much food for that many people takes a great many vitally important roles and functions. We've found that hungry people generally want to get their food quickly, so the physical layout of our facility and the process for getting guests to their tables are designed for ease, speed, and efficiency. When guests come through our doors, they'll see our friendly cashiers straight ahead. The cashiers receive payment and produce a ticket for each party to take with them to their tables. We love to celebrate birthdays, so everyone who visits the Smorgasbord on their birthday receives a free meal when accompanied by a paying customer. Each year we give away almost 100,000 free birthday meals. After customers pay and receive their ticket, they are greeted by a host or hostess who seats them when a table becomes available and instructs them on what to do with their ticket when they have finished eating. Once the customers are seated, they are welcome to explore and feast at the 200-foot buffet line and any of our 4 grill stations. On a slow day, we serve around 200 pounds of bacon, but on a Saturday morning, we go through about 800 pounds. We also use about 3,000 eggs for Saturday's omelets. Our chickens have to work overtime on Fridays. It takes 10 to 12 gallons of pancake batter for our variety of pancakes that are made to order. That's almost enough pancake batter to fill the gas tank in a small sedan. We serve impressive amounts of food throughout the week, too. On steak night, for example, we serve over 300 pounds of Delmonico and New York strip steaks. In all, our Smorgasbord dining room can seat 1,200 people at a time, including our private rooms that are available for large groups or company functions. Also in our Smorgasbord building are our banquet rooms. We can seat an additional 850 customers in these rooms, which brings our total capacity to over 2,000 people. The banquet rooms can be used for all kinds of special events such as weddings, company trainings, auctions, and more. Our record for number of people served in a single day is 11,500 customers. Serving this many people, this much food, requires a dedicated team of employees. In addition to the cashiers and hosts, whom we have already seen in action, there is a dedicated kitchen and buffet line team who makes sure there is plenty of fresh food. Whenever a food item is running low, an employee on the buffet line will order more of that item on the computers, which informs the kitchen employees in the back what to make. In the kitchen, there are many employees making a variety of foods for the current meal or working ahead to prepare for the next one. From soups to meat, side dishes, and desserts, the kitchen staff keep busy making food for both the smorgasbord and the banquet halls. When an order is ready, the food is brought to the window for the buffet line employees to transport the fresh food to its proper place. With all of the customers getting food and all of the changing of dishes, it is important that we keep our buffets clean. Because the smorgasbord is a buffet line, customers must get a new plate each time they go up for more food. This means a lot of dishes for our staff. But our dishwashing team works in 2 shifts, totaling about 65 employees who work to make sure there are always clean dishes for the customers and for the kitchen staff to make more food. But there are many other staff who work diligently to make sure these employees have what they need to do their jobs well. Below the smorgasbord, our warehouse employees receive shipments of food products and make sure that the kitchen is supplied with all that is needed to serve the customers.
Well, I joined Shady Maple in '08. Started in dishwashing in high school. Enjoyed doing that. You know, everyone enjoys the extra money. And then slowly after that, I got moved around to various positions within the company. I started in dishwashing, then slowly kind of moved out to the buffet area, did some of the steam tables. And that was more interaction with the customers, which I really enjoy, interacting with customers. And then got to switch to a beverage bar. So I was doing steam tables at the same time. They also trained me on beverage bar. So I was able to get a little bit feel for a different job, but yet still enjoying doing the steam tables. After doing that for a while, I had switched to a position in the warehouse opened up. And that gave me an opportunity to try something different. I enjoyed steam tables and beverage bar, but it just gave me more of a challenge, I would say, just to kind of try something different. And that's currently my position in the warehouse, moving stuff around and just making sure everyone has what they need. It's one of those companies that just offers a lot and values their employees by giving them a banquet, picnic, and just a lot of things kind of throughout the year that they get their employees involved with. They give you an opportunity to expand, to move around, to transition to different departments, and really find a spot where you can really thrive. And it's a blessing, because some companies you would just be in the same position. But with Shady Maple being a large company, yes, it's large, but each employee has a spot that they fit in well with. So they can find a spot that suits them, and Shady Maple is willing to help them find that position.
Also downstairs is our maintenance department. These employees make sure that all of our equipment is working properly, and if something breaks, that it is repaired as quickly as possible. Another important role is fulfilled by our housekeeping team. They are responsible for a variety of tasks, such as washing rags and towels, waste collection, and cleaning spills, as well as maintaining our offices and conference rooms. As in the Farm Market building, we also have offices in the Smorgasbord building. These employees perform a variety of functions, such as handling group reservations, catering events, management, marketing, and more.
I've been with the Shady Maple Company for 25 years in an office manager position. When I first started, I started as a cashier and a bagger. I was there probably about 6 months before they asked me if I would like to work at the customer service desk and be a supervisor at the checkout. And that went really well for a long time. And then I moved into a position as working part-time in the main office. In 1991, they were making a transition at the store, and so they were moving the offices and everything, and they asked me if I would be interested in actually being the office manager for the business office. And after thinking about it for a little while, I decided that that would be something that I would enjoy. So I assumed that position. I was the manager of the business office. I oversee the checkout department. They had a manager, but I was her manager. And I also was the manager of the customer service department for 25 years. I enjoyed that very much. It was more like they actually left me kind of put things into place. About 2 years ago, I decided that maybe I was ready for something different. And so it was a hard decision to make, and I was talked it over with Diane. I had actually given my notice, and I had decided to leave Shady Maple and to pursue something different. And I gave my 2 weeks notice. My last day was on a Saturday, and we went on a trip to the beach. When we came back, I had a lot of messages from Philip, and he runs the Smorgasbord, and he said, I think we have something at the Smorgasbord that you might be interested in doing. He said, we hate to see you leave the company, so if you'd like to come over and try that out, he said we would do that. So I went and shadowed in the group sales department for one day, and I thought, oh, this is something that I would really like to do, I think. So another opportunity. One door closed at Shady Maple, but another door opened for me. And so I've been doing that for the last 2 years, and I really, really enjoy it. Something that I would say to a new employee that is coming into Shady Maple, always keep an open mind. They are open to new things all the time. So if you were hired for something and you're just not feeling that this is a fit for me, do not give up on them. I would say go to them, ask them if there's anything new. You can transition from building to building in the same complex. It's very easy to do that. One thing that I enjoyed about that transitioning to a new building is I knew the company. I knew the people that ran it. I knew what their morals were. And I appreciated that, because working there for 32 years, it's like you're not just going to work, it's like you're going to an extended family. And so I appreciated that. So as a new employee, if you're not in the fit that you actually think that you should be in, talk to them. There are plenty of places, plenty of opportunities that you can become a fit. You know, you might be a round circle going into a square peg in one department, but you will fit perfectly in another department. And I would suggest that you do that. Do not give up on them. Let them help you to build a career at Shady Maple.
And downstairs, you'll find our 44,000 square foot gift shop. That's 10,000 square feet bigger than the Taj Mahal. We have so many items, there is something for everyone. One of our most popular items is our large variety of Yankee candles just at the bottom of the stairs. We also serve Asher's candies and a large collection of our hottest collectibles, Jim Shore figurines. For the sports fans, a large section of our floor space is dedicated to sports memorabilia from pretty much every team. Customers can browse our vast display of handmade pine furniture crafted by local Amishmen. We also have thousands of garden flags, a variety of pickled foods and sauces, t-shirts, decorations, and more. And we couldn't forget our several aisles of toys, puzzles, and games, which are our top-selling items. Next to the gift shop is our bus waiting area. Shady Maple attracts more than 1,400 motor coach groups to the Smorgasbord each year. Many of these groups come to the area to see shows or to visit the outlets or other destinations, and then come by the Smorgasbord to share a meal together. The motor coach tour groups use this area to reconvene and board the buses when they are ready to leave. Before they head out, many of our guests like to check out the Shady Maple RV Center, which is right down the road from our main complex. There, people can either rent or purchase RVs. We also perform RV service and repairs. Who would have thought that a small roadside stand would one day turn into a huge farm market, a famous smorgasbord, and even an RV center? This tour was just a brief overview of all that goes on at Shady Maple in a regular day. And with our commitment to constant growth, who knows what might be next?
Hi, I'm Lynn Weaver. I hope you enjoyed that virtual tour of our operations. As my brother Phil mentioned earlier, he and I co-lead the Shady Maple companies. I work mostly at the farm market, but you'll see me out and about the entire Shady Maple complex. Like Phil, I worked here for as long as I can remember. Shady Maple has grown and changed a lot over the years. But from the very start, we've been anchored by faith in God, by commitment to community, and by providing value for our customers. Our vision is to serve all with honor and integrity. So I look forward to meeting with you personally sometime soon, and to working with you in service to our customers, community, and fellow employees. My family and I credit Shady Maple's success and longevity to the skill and integrity of our workforce. People like you who take pride in their work and enjoy making a positive difference. I'm really happy you've chosen Shady Maple as your employer. I hope that for you, today marks the beginning of a long, fulfilling career with us. Now, let's get to work.